what is your view on the millennium? We have, I believe, 3 or 4 views. So what is yours, and what book of Revelation say about that?
Well, so the view, sort of the shape of that view in Adventist thinking has been that before the millennium, there is a resurrection of those who will be saved. They will go to heaven, and after the millennium, they they will come back to earth, the New Jerusalem that comes back to earth after the millennium. That's the idea. So Adventists are quite alone in thinking that we are not going to stay in heaven forever. We are going to stay on earth, you know. And the earth will be renewed and restored and healed. There is a healing of the earth, a renewal of the earth in Revelation. So we are going to spend eternity on earth. And you will live somewhere near Belgrade, and I may live somewhere near here in Norway, who knows? But the earth that we will live on will be the earth we know here. And you can have that as support for that in the writings of Ellen G. White from Adventist point of view, because she talks very strongly about how this earth, because it was the home of Jesus Christ who came to the earth, he raised the value of the earth to be so that he wanted to be here. So I imagine a conversation between Jesus and the Father. And the Father says to Jesus, well, where do you want to spend eternity? You want to spend it on earth, don't you? And Jesus is a little bit bashful because he should like it in heaven, but he likes it better on earth. So heaven will move to earth, the New Jerusalem coming down from heaven to earth after the 1,000 years. The only place in the New Testament, in Revelation, where there is a text saying that the redeemed go to heaven is in Revelation 11, where the two witnesses, after they have been lying and buried in the city there, then they get resurrected and they go to heaven. And then there is the image of in Revelation 21 of the city coming down from heaven, and the city should be seen as the home of the redeemed, or as the believing community. So that paradigm of going to heaven, coming back from heaven for before the 1,000 years, after the 1,000 years, is one I can defend. But whether the 1,000 years are 1,000 literal years, I don't want to weigh in on that. The period is mentioned 5 or 6 times in Revelation 20. It's the only place where it is mentioned. So it's a what other theories are there? I'm just giving you a view that is common in Adventism and that I think is biblically sound, mostly. And then after the 1,000 years, there is the resurrection of those who were not part of the first resurrection. And then you have that horrible debacle where Satan goes forth one last time, surrounding the city. And we talked about the implosion that happens there already. So yes, I know there are many, Augustine and other things, there are amillennialists, and there are all kinds of millennial theories in America today. Americans are extremely interested in this millennium stuff, much more so than people in Europe.